What's up, guys? Welcome back to Two Sticks. My name is Scott.
I'm Belida.
And we're going to do another song reaction for you guys. This is going to be pretty cool. This is Ne Obliviscaris.
How do you say Ne Obliviscaris?
Ne Obliviscaris. They're from Australia. This is sort of like a progressive metal band, but not in the style of like Dream Theater. These guys are different from Dream Theater. You'll see
right away. That word catches my attention. It sounds like Khaleesi from Game of Thrones. Dracarys, you know, she's ordered the dragons to burn stuff.
I believe the translation for that is "Don't Forget," or
okay, like Oblivion.
Yeah, like I think it's Latin for "Don't Forget." So. The song is called "And Plague Flowersthe, Kaleidoscope." This is maybe their most iconic song. I think this came out, and you guys will correct me, but I want to say like 2010 or 11.
Alright, well I'm going in blind on this one.
So Belida's going in blind. I gotta warn you, Belida, ahead of time, there's a little bit of growling in this, but it's soft growling.
Oh, Cookie Monster music.
Yeah, it doesn't like overpower the song. You'll see what I mean.
I'm not the biggest death metal fan, so... But here we go.
This is a modern prog epic right here, so we're gonna jump right in.
Graphics are pretty wacky.
Yeah.
Wow. Just some violin there, some great violin. It almost sounds like an intro to an Arabic orchestra. Seriously. I'm digging that, actually. Acoustic guitar? I'm waiting for the, you know...
I'm waiting for it to get metal.
Yeah. I know it's going to be big. Oh! That just hit you. Nice! I feel like there should be a flamenco dancer dancing in the background. There's a big Spanish influence there.
Yeah.
With castanets, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That is just too cool. Seriously. This would be perfectly in place, like in a, you know, Andalusia or Seville, Spain, or parts of the Mideast or Portugal. That's got a very Mediterranean feel to it.
Yeah, it
very
does,
much
especially
so.
with the melody that the violin is playing.
Right, I'm all over this.
With the kind of the Spanish acoustic guitar in the back. It sounds
Right.
very...
I could see like chilling out with some Turkish coffee in a cafe while this plays in the background.
Yeah.
Some girl belly dancing, you know? Totally. It's got a flow to it. Here, pause it. You know what? I choose this as my theme song when I enter, you know, like if I'm in a movie, when my character enters, they should play this in the background. Like, boom, you know?
Don't speak too soon, man. We're 2 minutes into an 11-minute song.
True. Just that section, just what I've heard so far.
Yeah, just know? That intro is pretty sick.
It's badass.
But you can tell it's about to change.
Not my favorite type of vocal.
You hear though that they're doing the like harsh vocals and the singing at the same time.
Yeah.
It's two different guys.
Yeah. It's probably the most unlikely duet ever.
I know, man.
Right?
Everybody's been saying the same thing. They're like, what the hell is that?
Oh, art is about creativity and experimentation. Yeah. gonna call this part the Cookie Monster on vacation in Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
Cookies. Somehow the violin works with it.
Yeah.
It almost sounds like shredding in the background. Yeah.
There's some shredding in this.
Yeah. It's an interesting mix, but not a hodgepodge. It's not a hodgepodge mix. There's a harmony to it, you know? You classify this as prog?
Yeah, this is definitely prog. This is not more inspired by classical music, I would say.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the way they structure the song is very prog. You know, it's very ambitious. Well, we were just talking, and I didn't want to just talk through the music. But Belida asked, he goes, "Is this prog?" And these guys are classified as prog, and to Belida's point, this isn't influenced necessarily by prog rock bands. Like, you can tell Dream Theater, for example, is clearly influenced by that sound. This is has a lot more to do with like classical music, like Spanish guitar, and also, you know, extreme metal, like black metal, death metal. But these guys are still classified as prog, I believe. I think it boils down to the way they structure their songs. Like, they've got songs that are 17, 20 minutes long. This one's 11 minutes long. They're very ambitious. There's a constant evolution in the music from one idea to the next to the next.
Yeah, I think this is a very muscular, epic sort of music here. It's they're flexing their muscles. They're telling a story, and you know, it's like the song is like a juggernaut. It just keeps building.
Yeah, and there's so much going on. It's kind of a lot to process, but
yeah, quite a bit. I'm getting all sorts of visuals in my mind. I'm picturing fleets of spaceships annihilating each other in orbit around Jupiter or something, you know?
this is like General Zod, you know, arrives to planet Earth to fucking destroy the planet. You know?
Which one was General Zod?
He was Superman's villain.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, couldn't do without the vocal part.
Right.
formal education. It's not a garage band we're talking about.
It's funny because this song actually has got a reasonable amount of acclaim and fame in Australia, where these guys are from. I believe there's even like this song is even used as part of like a curriculum for like fine arts and music studies majors at, I believe, like the University of Melbourne.
Really?
They use this song to, I guess, help the kids study like music, like modern music. So this is
by trying to play some of it, or by just absorbing it and understanding it.
Yeah, just listening to different parts of it and really, because there's elements of classical in here.
That's what stands out to me.
Yeah, there's the music is pretty complicated, and this band, I know in their home country they're a lot more popular than they are here. Here they're relatively obscure, and in Europe they're relatively obscure. But anyway.
There is one band that this reminds me of. You ever heard of Celtic Cross?
Yeah.
Okay, someone else has, finally. Yeah. That's some old school shit.
Classic, yeah, man.
Imagine they just blow your socks off live. I would imagine. Probably one massive mosh pit going on in that concert.
Yeah. The thing is, well, we'll get to that in a second. Like 10 seconds, right? Yeah, in metal there's music for moshing, but there's also some bands that the music is such that it doesn't lend itself to moshing, really. I think certain parts of this song are good for moshing, but I think a lot of it, if I went to a show and saw these guys play this live, I would imagine that for a lot of this song, people would just be standing or sitting there watching and listening, you know. It's I mean, like the first 2 minutes, like how are you going to mosh to that, you know? Or
sure.
Or there's even when it was heavier.
The first 2 minutes are my theme song, dude. Okay.
Yeah, even their parts, even when it got heavier, that aren't. It's not like a real chuggy, like. It's not like listening to Master of Puppets or something. You know, it's a little bit more. I don't know, just like cerebral and like meditative almost.
Yeah. I felt like during parts of it, I felt myself zone out a bit.
Yeah.
You know, as if someone was I don't know, maybe using what you used to play the xylophone on my brain, like just hitting different parts of my brain, but it wasn't painful.
But the thing about it too is that a lot of people have had the same reaction that you had. People that don't necessarily like the guttural, you know, vocals in metal. Like they're like, man, this is great, but I wish, you know, they would have just taken out those vocals, those guttural vocals. It would have been awesome.
I think it's not a thing that appeals to everybody.
Yeah.
And you know, but many groups have this problem where they're like, I like the vocals, music could change. I like the music, don't like the vocals. You know, like this channel has an inordinate amount of love for Rush, right? Because it's one of those instances where you have a great voice and a great bass and a great guitar, you know, and everything sort of comes together, you know, and the drumming and the writing. And then in here, it's sort of like, I don't know, maybe you offered me my favorite cake. I like chocolate cake or something, right? But then in the middle of it was like raspberries or something. I'm just like, what's you know, maybe not bad in and of itself, but what's it doing here? But
to be fair, I've heard people I don't agree with, people that I don't understand really what they're talking about. But I've heard people even say things like, yeah, man, I just can't get into Rush. I just don't like the dude's vocals, you know? And I'm like, are you serious?
Well, to each his own.
Yeah. I remember one of my best friends when I was in junior high school said that, and I was like, dude. Anyway.
I know, you're like, I don't know if I can hang with you, man. You know,
No, it wasn't like that. I just, for a minute there, I was like, oh, God,
it's like, you know, if you could hang out with that person if they're from another political party or if they're radically different with you on that issue, but you don't like the music, you just can't do that, man. I don't know. I just can't hang with you, you know.
Yeah, but the funny thing about this group is that I didn't even listen to. This wasn't the first thing by them I heard. I heard their sophomore album, Citadel, and didn't know who they were. Listened to the album. Became one of my favorites of the whole year. I listened to it on repeat, you know, for I don't know how many times. And then somebody later told me about this song, and I went back and listened to it. And this, as it turns out, is like probably their most famous song, even though I think they have better songs out there. But this is a song you'll find a lot of reaction channels listening to this
honestly,
song,
musically, this is real stupendous. I mean, it's on the level of that live performance that we reviewed with Dream Theater.
Yeah, the instrumentally.
Right. It's on that level, but unlike the instrumentally, which kind of left me burned out, right? There's just so much going on, and it's hard for me to follow. With this, minus the vocals, it's a fantastic experience. I feel like I was taken on a journey, and I feel better off for it. No, really, you know.
Yeah.
And there was even a monster growling at me during the journey, but I was able to get past that. Sorry, look, all you death metal fans. We're just on a different vibe, but I'm not hating on you.
Yeah. Well, guys, if you like this band or like this song, if you dug the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe below. Give us some more requests and recommendations for stuff you want to hear on the channel. We're going to try to be as open-minded as possible, so just throw whatever you want at us. So
I will say this: the title, "Never Forget," right, lives up to it.
Yeah,
it's a very hard song to experience and then put out of your mind. It is a very memorable performance.
Could you imagine having a band and trying to cover this song?
Like I said, it's a field populated by unicorns.
Christ,
it's a small field.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video again, let us know. We want to hear your thoughts. Thank you for watching. My name is Scott.
I'm Belida.
For Two Sticks. We'll catch you guys next time.